These are the 2025 horoscopes for all 12 signs. Also, be sure to check out everclear.com for my personal favorite tarot readers and psychics. I highly recommend getting a 2025 forecast from them in the form of a tarot or psychic reading. Aries risings. Let's start off with the areas of life you'll be receiving good luck and abundance in. So during the first half of the year, you are going to have Jupiter crossing over your third house of communication, networking, creative projects, and written projects. So this means that you will be able to find a lot of success within your creative projects, within any work project that you set your mind towards. For example, if you want to start a business, this would be an extremely great time to put effort and energy into the formulation of this new business, or this would be a really great time to pour your energy into any business that you currently have operating so that you may expand within that business, or you may expand within whatever work project you're on. You'll also be able to successfully network and connect with the right kinds of people who may be able to open up doors of opportunity for you. You'll be able to find people or connect with people that you resonate with, who share similar values and goals as you do. This is a great time for you to make friends or to use your social abilities to get ahead in life. For example, if you work in sales, this would be a time in which you could really advance in your career and get ahead because you were able to adequately and effectively communicate. During the second half of the year, you will have Jupiter in your fourth house of home, family, living. So this will be a really great time for you to form stronger and deeper bonds within your family dynamics. The second half of the year is also a really great time for you to relocate or to buy or sell a property, to buy or sell a home. You'll be able to derive very large profits if you work with real estate or you deal with real estate, or you may be able to get a very good deal on a place. For example, a good deal on a new condo that you want to move into. During the first half of the year, you will be highly affected by Uranus in your second house of finances. Now, I'm also taking the aspects that Uranus is making with other planets into account. So because of this transit, during the first half of the year, you are going to be able to come up with brilliant, creative, and innovative ideas to make money. And this is a really great time for you to find new income streams. Or this could also be a time in which you could be more reckless with your spending. During the second half of the year, you'll have Uranus in your third house, and this may be a time in which you meet with very unique individuals. You could have unique or interesting collaborations with people. Your creativity will be stimulated, and you'll be able to pour that creativity into your projects, your work projects, your creative endeavors to turn them into a success. In March, there's going to be a solar eclipse in your sign, and this is going to be one of the most significant astrological events you experience this year. That eclipse will set off a 6-month-long transformation in which you will have one of the largest transformations you will experience for years. You will be embarking on a brand new life chapter. Your life is about to completely turn around. You will find that things from the past, old people, old situations that no longer fit into your future are completely left behind and totally removed from your life, and you'll find yourself embarking on a completely different life path. This is also a really great time for you to accelerate towards the new life path that you want. Your goals will have shifted. You'll be working towards brand new aspirations. And throughout the entire year, you are highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in the signs Pisces and Virgo. So you will be experiencing massive changes in regards to your mental health, your physical health, your career trajectory. Many of you may find yourselves completely leaving behind an old career path in pursuit of a career path that aligns with your vision and what you desire. This is a good time to leave behind a career path which may no longer be suitable for you. And many of you may find that your physical health is zapped, and you may find that you have to take a different approach to your mental health. This is a really great time for healing your physical health and your mental health. But I do want to warn and caution that this could be a time in which physical health ailments or mental health ailments could be catching up to you, and you may have to prioritize your health, your well-being. Taurus risings, let's start off with the first half of the month. You are highly affected by Jupiter in your second house of finances and wealth, and this will be a really great time for you to boost your income, for you to find ways to make more money. This is a time in which many of you are finally going to be reaping the rewards of your hard work and effort. You could have a lot of money coming to you, or alternatively, you will find that if you do put time, energy, and focus towards income streams, towards figuring out strategies to make more money, you will be able to accelerate your financial growth. You'll be able to have exponential financial growth, or you'll be able to come up with brilliant solutions to make a lot of money and usher in the wealth you desire. During the second half of the month, you will have Jupiter in your third house of communication, networking, creative projects, work projects, and Jupiter shows where you can accumulate a lot of good fortune, good luck, and abundance. So you will be able to connect and network with the right kinds of people, perhaps with successful people who can open doors of opportunity for you. And you will be able to turn your work projects, your creative projects into a massive success if you apply yourself, if you put in the time and energy to turn these projects into a success. For example, if you have a business or you want to run a business, this is the time in which you should be working on your business project so that you can turn that into a successful venture. Throughout the entire year, you will be highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in the signs Virgo and Pisces, which will be in your 5th and 11th houses, respectively. So many of you are going to experience extreme, perhaps even life-changing transformations within your love life, within your friendships. You could find yourselves perhaps having breakups, letting go of certain relationships, letting go of certain friends, letting go of a romantic partner who isn't suitable for you. You may find that you have to learn karmic lessons in these life areas when it comes to your friendships, when it comes to your relationships. Or on the other hand, for those of you who have healthy relationships, you may not have to purge anything out. Rather, you may find that there are a lot of exciting, perhaps even wild events going down within your love life, within your friendships. And this is a year in which you could be meeting someone new in your love life. You could have a new romantic interest entering your life, which could be very significant. You could have new friends coming into your life. So watch out for massive transformations when it comes to your relationship. If you found that your love life or your social life has been slow and stagnant, it may not be anymore. This is also a time in which you could have massive developments when it comes to your higher dreams, your goals, your highest aspirations. You may find that you have to put in a lot of work, and there could be times where it's a struggle to make these dreams come true, but at the same time, eclipses show where there can be radical transformation. So if you are putting in the effort, this could be a time in which you find yourself accelerating towards your dreams through trials and tribulations, yes, but nonetheless accelerating towards the life you've always wanted if you put in the effort. During the first half of the year, your creativity is going to be extremely stimulated. You will have the most creative potential of all of the signs, and you will be able to use your creativity to work on your personal goals, come up with creative solutions, have creative breakthroughs to make your personal goals come true. It's a great time to work on anything which requires creative prowess. And during the second half of the year, you will be able to come up with creative ideas to improve and boost your income streams and to usher in wealth as well. You could come up with creative ideas such as a new business idea, for example, that could be very profitable. Gemini risings, let's start off with the first half of the year. You are going to be the luckiest sign. You will have the greatest luck when it comes to accomplishing your personal goals. Many of you are going to have a massive glow up. You'll be able to attract a lot of attention, admiration. This is a really great time to boost your notoriety, the attention that you gain from others, to potentially acquire fame as well. This is because Jupiter will be in your sign and it will be in your first house. And then during the second half of the year, you are going to have Jupiter in your second house of finances. So during the second half of the year, you will be able to make a lot of money. You will be able to usher in a lot of financial abundance or fix your financial situation if it has been dire. And the second half of the year is also a time where you can come up with brilliant ideas and solutions to turn your finances around. You can come up with brilliant income streams. And many of you are going to be financially rewarded for your previous efforts. efforts. You'll finally be reaping the financial rewards for all of the hard work that you've been putting in over the past 2 years, if you have in fact been working very hard. Throughout the entire year, you are highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your Virgo and Pisces 4th house and 10th house. So many of you are going to undergo massive changes in your career. You may have a major shift in your career trajectory. Many of you may also be thinking of relocation as well. Some of you may move to a new city, for example. Some of you may buy a new property. Watch out for potential strife between you and family members, and you may find that the career changes that you are experiencing could be a bit chaotic, but if you embrace them, they can accelerate you towards your career dreams. This is a great time to make the career adjustments necessary for you to align yourself with higher career success. During the first half of the year, your intuition, your psychic abilities are going to be heightened and activated. So listen to your gut feeling, hone in on your intuition, use this time to practice spirituality, to connect with your spirituality. I would highly recommend meditating, for example, practicing your manifestations. And during the second half of the year, your creativity is going to be highly stimulated. You will be able to come up with brilliant ideas and brilliant solutions to turn your life around and to find success in whatever area of life you dedicate your time and energy towards. So I highly recommend putting that energy into creative projects. In March specifically, you will be highly affected by an eclipse in your Aries 11th house, and this will transform your life for 6 months after. Many of you will be presented with new opportunities for making new friendships, connecting with new friends. Some of you may be leaving old friends behind. You will also be presented with opportunities to turn your highest aspirations into a reality if you are in fact seeking out those opportunities. You may find that there are some struggles that are accompanied with trying to find newfound career success or trying to reach your highest aspirations, but you do have amazing opportunities to make these things come true. So if you can persevere through any challenges, you can make it out the other side, and again, make your highest dreams, your career aspirations come to life. And many of you will be making alterations to your physical appearance as well. This is a time in which you can have a glow up. So some of you may find yourselves gaining weight, for example, or even losing weight, perhaps changing the way that you do your hair or changing your wardrobe, perhaps undergoing cosmetic procedures, for example. This is a really great year for you to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Again, you're one of the luckiest signs this year. You are the luckiest sign during the first half of the year. In the second half of the year, you can make exorbitant amounts of money if you are putting your energy into making money. Cancers, let's start off with the first half of the year. Your spirituality is going to be activated. This is a great time for you to come into touch with your spiritual self, for you to get in touch with spirituality, religion, for you to practice meditation, manifestation, all things spiritual, as you will be able to advance in the spiritual realm. And this is a really great time for you to improve your mental health as well. Many of you are finally going to overcome a lot of the anxiety or depression that you've been battling, or you'll finally be able to overcome certain traumas, for example. But on the other hand, you could find that if you're not working through your issues, your traumas could be heightened. So the first half of the year is a very crucial time for you to work through any mental health issues. And again, you have an amazing opportunity to energetically cleanse yourself of past traumas. This is because you will have Jupiter in your 12th house of mental health and spirituality. And during the second half of the year, you are highly affected by Jupiter in your sign in your first house. So you will be the luckiest sign during the second half of the year. You will be able to easily and effectively accomplish any personal goal that you set your time, mind, and energy towards. Many of you are going to have a massive glow up. You may be changing your physical appearance. You may find that the way that you look does change, or you may find that you're restyling your wardrobe. Perhaps you're putting on weight, you're losing weight. You'll be doing things that are going to alter your physical appearance. And many of you will also be able to gain a lot of attention. You will be the main character during the second half of the year. You will be able to attract the spotlight, which means that you can boost your reputation. You can boost the amount of notoriety that you have. You can increase your reputation, and you could even gain possible fame if fame is something that you are striving for. Throughout the entire year, you will be highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your Pisces and Virgo 3rd and 9th house. So you may find that you're making massive changes when it comes to your social life with the people that you choose to associate with. There could be old friends leaving your life, new friends coming in, perhaps friends from the past making a reappearance. You may find yourself networking with an entirely new group of people, and your social life, your social structures could completely be altered. Working on your creative projects, your written projects, your business projects could be a bit challenging, but on the contrary, if you are able to get through any hurdles and challenges, you could launch your projects into a massive success. And many of you may be doing a lot of travel as well, or you could be considering relocation. You could be thinking of moving to a new city, for example. You could be making plans for leaving your old home, seeking out a new home. From March to September, the Aries eclipse will have a massive effect on your life. It's happening in your 10th house of career and reputation. So there could be major changes to your reputation, the way in which people perceive you. And many of you may be making major changes within your career as well. Or some of you may find yourselves embarking on a brand new career trajectory, especially around March of the year. During the first half of the year, you do want to watch out for potential chaos when it comes to friendships. Many of you may find that you're ready to leave certain friendships behind in the past where they belong, and many of you could be encountering new friends as well. And many of you may also have a boost of creativity, which will allow you to turn your higher dreams into reality, since you will have Uranus in your 11th house. And then during the second half of the year, you will have Uranus in your 12th house. So this will be a time in which your spirituality, your psychic abilities, your intuition will be extremely heightened, and you will be able to read the truth in any situation. So you want to practice honing in again on that intuition, developing your psychic abilities, trusting your gut because it will be right. Watch out for any signs you receive from the universe. Leo risings. Throughout the entire year, you are highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your Pisces and Virgo 2nd and 8th houses. So this is a time in which there could be massive things happening in your finances. Some of you could be spending a lot of money. You could also be making a lot of money as well. You could be making major money moves. You may find that your income streams are changing. Perhaps you're switching up your career path. Perhaps you are changing the ways in which you derive income as well. So expect major fluctuations within your finances. And while eclipses are never necessarily easy, they can accelerate you towards massive change. Since this will be happening in the houses that control your finances, this could be a time in which you get through certain hurdles in order to accelerate towards massive financial abundance and wealth. Many of you could also be exploring your spirituality, your subconscious. So this may be a time in which you are shifting your spiritual beliefs as well. You're highly affected by an Aries eclipse in March, which will set off a 6-month-long transformation. So many of you could be traveling a lot. You could be making major plans in relation to higher education. If you do travel, your travels could be life-changing, and this is because this will be happening in your 9th house of travel and education. You could be making major moves with your investments throughout the year, but you do want to be cautious of potential losses when it comes to investments. On the other hand, wise investment decisions could lead to major profits, but on the downside, bad investment decisions could lead to major losses. During the first half of the year, you are highly affected by Jupiter in your 11th house, which means that you will have a lot of luck when it comes to networking, socializing, making friends, becoming more popular, attracting fame, notoriety, and attention, and making your highest dreams and aspirations come true. You'll have an incredible opportunity to turn your dreams into a reality. So I highly advise you to work towards your highest dreams. You do have to put in the effort, but you can inch closer to your dreams in ways that you never could before. Many of you could be making new friendships as well, or alternatively, you could find that bad friendships are souring. Since Jupiter expands things, it's happening in your 11th house of friendship. So if a friendship isn't right for you, you may find that things could go downhill and not work out. But on the other hand, you could be making a lot of friends. This is a time in which you can become extremely popular, network with the right kinds of people. Perhaps you can find successful people who can open doors of opportunity for you. Networking can lead to increased success. During the second half of the year, you're highly affected by Jupiter in your 12th house of mental health and spirituality. So many of you are going to place a very heavy emphasis on connecting with your spiritual side, and you may find yourself becoming more spiritual or more religious, getting more in tune with that. Your psychic abilities are going to be activated. So you should trust your gut, listen to your intuition, practice on honing into your intuition, as it is going to be extremely heightened. You may find yourself having vivid dreams that point towards the future, having visions that will guide you. Many of you are going to put a very large focus and emphasis on healing any past traumas or wounds that you have and improving your mental health. This will be a period of healing, of getting through any unresolved traumas that still linger from the past few years. This will be a time in which you were able to fix yourself mentally and overcome any anxiety or depression that has plagued your life. During the first half of the year, you will have Uranus in your Taurus 10th house of career and reputation, and Uranus stimulates your creativity. It will be forming some interesting aspects which will allow you to come up with brilliant creative solutions to turn your career aspirations into a success as well. For example, you could come up with a new creative business idea, a creative project, which could be launched into a very successful venture. You'll also be able to find creative ways to boost your reputation. For example, finding ways to become a successful influencer and gaining notoriety. And during the second half of the year, Uranus will be in your 11th house, so you will be able to come up with creative ways to continue to turn your highest dreams into a reality. And also, you could expect to have some crazy, wild times with your friends. You could be having insane social events. You could be going out, living it up with your friends, having exciting times with the people in your life. Virgo risings. Throughout the entire year, you are highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your sign, your first house, as well as your 7th house of relationships. Now, eclipses show you where you will experience massive transformation and change. So for some of you, you could be leaving behind a relationship. You could be having a breakup, or on the other hand, you could be meeting someone new in your love life, and you could find that this relationship is extremely significant. Some of you could have major canon events in your love life. You could be getting married, for example, or entering a very serious, committed relationship with someone that there will be a long-term future with. Or some of you could be healing from a past relationship in preparation for a new relationship to come into your life. So watch out for potentially wild events that could transpire in your love life. That could be canon events that will be extremely significant. This will happen throughout the entire year. And since the eclipse is occurring in your sign, you can expect to have massive transformations on a personal level. You may find that your personal goals, your worldview, your entire life completely shifts and shapes. You may have one of the largest transformations you've ever had in your lifetime during this year going into 2026. This could be either good or bad, but it'll definitely be extremely life-changing, and it will be individualistic for every single person. So it's hard to say exactly what it is that will happen for you, but you can expect some of the largest transformations to transpire during this year. Ultimately, these transformations will be for your higher good. Whether they are hard to go through or they're easy and smooth sailing, these transformations are going to help you elevate yourself and step into your power. You'll also be able to attract the spotlight, attract a lot of attention. You are one of the main characters this year, so you'll be able to boost your notoriety, the attention that you receive on a very massive scale. Many of you will have a massive glow up as well. You may be changing your physical appearance, for example. You may be changing your wardrobe, your style, even undergoing cosmetic surgery, for example. During the first half of the year, you are highly affected by Jupiter in your 10th house of career and reputation. So you will be the luckiest sign when it comes to career success and career progress. There will be ample opportunity for you to get ahead in your career and turn your career aspirations into a reality if you truly are applying yourself. And on top of the eclipse is helping you gain more attention, since Jupiter will be in your 10th house of reputation, you will really have that extra boost that will allow you to gain more notoriety or even fame, gain more attention, and to boost your reputation. And during the second half of the year, you're highly affected by Jupiter in your 11th house of friendships and higher dreams and aspirations. So you will have an amazing ability to turn your highest dreams into a reality if you seek out those opportunities, you put in the time and the effort. And we're talking about your seemingly unrealistic dreams, that dream life that you never thought to pursue. So that is a time in which you should be heavily pursuing that dream life that perhaps you've been putting on the back burner. And this is also going to be a time in which you can successfully network with people. You can find the right kinds of people who can help you get ahead in life. Perhaps you can connect with your soul tribe, people who resonate with you. You can can increase your social standing, boost your popularity, again, attain more fame and recognition. This entire year is a year in which you can gain a lot of attention. For example, if you're on social media, you could be gaining a very large following or gaining a lot of traction. And throughout the entire year, many of you are going to be traveling a lot, or you may find that your travels could be extremely life-changing. Things should be going well with your higher education. If you are in school, you may be able to excel in your studies. You could be making massive plans when it comes to your higher educational goals as well. And again, any travels that you go on are going to be extremely significant, or they could be very wild as well. Libra risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. Now, you are highly affected by Jupiter in your 9th house of travel and education. So many of you may find yourselves traveling, and if you do, travel can bring you a lot of good luck, fortune, and abundance, or it can completely change your entire life around, change your worldview. Travel will be very exciting during this time as well, or you may find yourself going on many adventures. Your lifestyle may become very exciting during this time, and many of you will have very good luck in your studies. For example, you may be getting very good grades, or you can expect educational pursuits to turn out well in your favor. For example, getting accepted into the university of your choice. During the second half of the year, you are highly affected by Jupiter in your 10th house of career, and this will be an incredible time for you to get ahead in your career, for you to make major career moves that will open up doors of opportunity for you and allow you to accelerate towards your career dreams. There are going to be many opportunities available to you in your career if you seek them out. The 10th house also represents your reputation, so many of you may be able to build up your fame or gain more attention and notoriety. You may be able to build a very favorable reputation. You'll have the best luck of all of the signs when it comes to attaining career success. Throughout the entire year, you are highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your 6th and 12th houses. So your 6th house represents your health, your career. The 12th house represents your mental health, your spirituality. Many of you could be rediscovering your spiritual path. You could be changing your spiritual beliefs, delving into spirituality. Your intuition, your psychic abilities are going to be heightened. So listen to your gut, trust your gut. It is going to be right. This is a great time for you to hone in on your psychic abilities, and you may be receiving dreams, signs, and signals from the universe, which will contain extremely valuable messages. So pay attention to the visions that you have, pay attention to the dreams that you have, as they may be very important messages from your spirit guides and from the universe. This will be a year in which you may be recovering from trauma, and I do want to note that eclipses can be difficult since this is happening in an area of your life which represents physical health and mental health. You may find that at times you are feeling drained. You may find that there are some events that do trigger your mental health. This is a time in which you will heal from traumas. This is a time in which you may overcome any difficulties in your life, face them head on, and purge them out of your life. Many of you could expect massive career shifts as well, which will be good for you in the long run, but for some of you, these could be difficult changes. For example, leaving a job, or on the other hand, you could find yourself voluntarily leaving your job so that you can pursue your career dreams. Again, this is a really great year for you to pursue your highest career aspirations. You'll be able to make your career dreams come to life, or at least get closer to them. So many of you could be leaving an old job behind so that you can go after the career that you've always wanted, and this is the year to do it. Many of you may face unexpected encounters in your love life, so watch out for wild events that could happen in love. For some of you, this could mean a breakup so that you can open yourself up for the love that you desire and want. For others, you could be meeting someone new unexpectedly. You could be going on very exciting dates. Also, this is a year in which you could be making major investment moves as well. So if you've thought about crypto, the stock market, investing in real estate, this is a really great year for you to do it. You may be finding very exciting investment ventures to delve into. And throughout the entire year, watch out for very exciting travel opportunities. Those will arise if you seek them out, and travel will be so fun this year. Scorpio risings. Let's start off with the first half of the year. Many of you are going to have incredible luck when it comes to your investment ventures, or when it comes to your romantic relationships. This is because you will have Jupiter in your 8th house, which represents sexuality. It represents investments, financial assets. So the first half of the year is a really great time for you to invest your time into a business, for you to seek out investment opportunities. Those will be extremely profitable. This will be a really great time to bond with a romantic interest, but I do want to warn that Jupiter expands things. So on the contrary, if your relationship has been negative or difficult, this could be a time in which things in your love life could possibly escalate. So on the one hand, you could have a great relationship with the right person if you are with the right person. On the other hand, if you are in a problematic relationship, this is a time in which those issues could potentially escalate. During the second half of the year, you were highly affected by Jupiter in your 9th house of education and travel. So many of you are going to have extremely good luck and abundance when it comes to your educational ventures. For example, if you're applying to a university, you may get into the school of your choice. Many of you may also receive extremely good grades as well. And during the second half of the year, going into the first half of 2026, many of you are going to have extremely exciting opportunities to travel, or at least go on exciting adventures. Your lifestyle is going to become a lot more pleasurable and enjoyable, hedonistic. So watch out for exciting travel opportunities, or you can expect travel to be extremely fun. Your travels could even be life-changing, life-defining. Some of you may even find yourselves relocating too, in which case any relocation should go very well in your favor. This is a really great time to move across the country or to move to a new home. Throughout the entire year, you are highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in Pisces and Virgo, and this will be happening in your 5th and 11th houses. Eclipses bring a lot of wild, chaotic change. They also cause massive transformations. So your 5th house represents your love life, your creative endeavors. So some of you, again, could be undergoing massive changes in your love life. You could be leaving behind a partnership, starting a new relationship. Some of you could be breaking a negative karmic cycle within your love life. Some of you could be healing from past relationship traumas and finally getting over those traumas. And many of you may have exciting creative endeavors, creative projects on the horizons. This is a really great time for you to turn your creative projects into a massive success. There could be hiccups with any creative projects you pursue, since eclipses can bring some difficult energy, but this is a really great time for you to accelerate your creative projects forward, to turn them into a success, to persevere through any potential struggles. And many of you could have massive changes in your social life as well. The 11th house represents friendships and your highest dreams and aspirations. So many of you could be leaving behind old friends. If you've been stuck in a negative, toxic friendship, this could be a time in which you are cutting off a lot of old friends and making way for new friends as well. This is a really great time for you to boost your popularity and connect with the right kinds of people. So you'll find a really large transformation in regards to your friendship, where people could be rapidly leaving your life, but new people could be rapidly ushered in. And this could be a time in which opportunities to turn your highest dreams into reality are presented to you. But I do want to warn, eclipses bring some volatile energy, so there could be some struggles and hurdles that you encounter while you try to accomplish your highest dreams. But the opportunity to achieve your highest dreams are going to be very much there. They're going to be very potent. So you should be going after them. And if you can persevere through any potential struggles, you'll be able to inch closer to your dreams or make your dreams come true this year. And during the first half of the year, there could be a lot of exciting opportunities in your love life. There could be a lot of passionate affairs, or you and your romantic interest, if you have a healthy relationship, could just have that heightened sex appeal, have a lot of excitement within your relationship. And during the second half of the year, many of you could be making major investment moves as well. For example, all of a sudden buying a property, investing into crypto, investing into the stock market, and you will have amazing opportunities presented to you. So if you do take a risk in terms of investments, those risks should pay off in the long run. Sagittarius risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. You are going to have Jupiter in your 7th house of romance and relationships. Now, Jupiter is the planet of good luck, fortune, and abundance. So since this is happening in the area of life, controlling your romantic relationships, many of you are going to have really good luck in your love life. Some of you may meet a new partner. Some of you could even have a major canon event happening in your love life, such as marriage or entering a serious committed relationship. Many of you will be enjoying your love lives. However, I do want to note Jupiter expands everything it comes into contact with. So for those of you who have been staying in toxic relationships carrying into the new year, you may find that
tensions could escalate and issues could spiral out of control. But this is only if you remain in a very toxic relationship. During the second half of the year, you will have Jupiter in your 8th house of finances, investments, and intimacy. So this could be a time in which there is intense intimacy and passion and obsession between you and a romantic interest, or you and your romantic partner. This could also possibly be a time where things could explode between you and a romantic partner. Again, if there is toxicity between the two of you, you will have ample opportunity to turn your financial investments into a massive success. For example, if you are investing into a business, you are investing into the stock market or into cryptocurrency, you will be able to derive huge profits. This is one of the best times you'll have perhaps in your lifetime, or at least over the next few years, to make risky investments or major investment deals. Throughout the entire year, you will be highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your 4th and 10th houses. So many of you could be planning a massive relocation, and this would be a really great time for you to leave your home or even leave your city and relocate to a new city or buy a new property. Some of you may be leaving behind an old career path in pursuit of a new career path. So many of you could be changing things in your career. You do want to watch out for potential chaos within your career. There could be potential hurdles that come with your career. However, you also have massive opportunities to advance and accelerate in your career. So if you are able to get over those potential hurdles and roadblocks, then you will be able to advance towards career success. There are major opportunities for that. During the first half of the year, you will be able to make major changes to your health as well. And you'll find that it's easier to hit certain health goals. For example, hitting a certain weight goal. Many of you are going to have massive bursts of vitality and energy, perhaps more energy than you've had beforehand. And this vitality, this energy will help propel you towards your goals. And you'll be able to come up with brilliant creative solutions during the first half of the year to turn your career aspirations into a success. So you will be able to use your creativity for example, open up a business, start a creative project, and turn that into a success. Using your creativity, you'll be able to find massive career success if you apply yourself. And during the second half of the year, you will have Uranus in your 7th house, forming some exciting aspects. So many of you could have exciting encounters within your love life. You could be going on wild, passionate dates, for example. Your 7th house also represents business partnerships. So you could have wonderful, exciting business opportunities that can help you get ahead. You may be able to partner up with someone in business, and this can help you reap more success within your business.
Capricorn risings. During the first half of the year, you were highly affected by Jupiter in your 6th house of health and career. Now, Jupiter brings good luck and expansion. So many of you are going to be making massive changes to your health and diet. This is an excellent time for you to start achieving your health goals. For example, hitting a certain weight goal. But I do want to warn that since Jupiter represents expansion, this could also lead to some of you trying to overeat to compensate, or overdoing things when it comes to your health. For example, over drinking. So you also want to be mindful that you are not overly indulgent with what you eat or the habits that you partake in. And there will be massive, abundant opportunities for you to excel in your career, for you to get ahead in the workplace. If you seek out those opportunities, you'll be able to easily level up within your workplace or gain recognition within the workplace, which will lead to you leveling up within your career in the nearby future. For example, you could be gaining a lot of favor with your boss. So this is an ideal time or a golden opportunity for you to start putting effort and energy into any business ideas or career ideas that you've had. You will be able to launch your career projects into a success, or at least build a solid foundation for them so that they can become successful in the nearby future. During the second half of the year, you are highly affected by Jupiter in your 7th house of relationships and business partnerships. So the second half of the year is a really great time for you to partake in business partnerships, and business partnerships could lead to massive success. This is a really great time for dating, putting yourself out there in the dating scene. Now, obviously, you have to be active within the dating scene to find a partner, but if you are active, this is a time in which you could meet a very great partner, someone that you'll bond with very well, and many of you will find yourselves bonding on a deeper emotional, spiritual, and physical level with a romantic interest or with a romantic partner. many of you will be meeting someone new. But since Jupiter also represents expansion, on the other hand, if you are within a toxic relationship, some of you could find that the issues and the problems within your relationship could escalate and they could become full-blown out of control, which could possibly lead to a breakup. But again, Jupiter represents good luck. So if you do have a breakup, you are within a toxic relationship, this breakup will lead to success in your love life in the nearby future. You'll be able to find the love of your dreams as a result of a potential breakup. You're also heavily affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your 3rd and 9th houses. So this is a time in which there will be a lot happening with networking. You'll be able to network with the right kinds of people. Perhaps you'll be able to connect with people who can open massive doors of opportunity for you. This will be a really great year for you to start turning creative projects into a success. You'll have a lot of creative inspiration, but some of you could also potentially have a lot of conflicts with friends and with acquaintances, and many of you may find that you are shedding old friends, and this will be in favor of new friendships coming in. So many of you may be finding your soul tribe, but this will be a result of you having to let go of toxic friends or having to identify which friends don't have your best intentions at heart. So people's intentions are going to be made very clear this year, and many of you are going to be going on many adventures, or travel could become a very important part of your life. So many of you could be traveling extensively, you could be learning a lot from travel, you could be meeting a lot of people from travel, once again networking. This is an ideal year for travel, as travel could completely change your entire life's perspective around. Some of you could even make a major move, and if you do decide to move this year, this will lead to a massive evolution in your soul's journey. So this is a good year for you to travel or for you to relocate. And throughout the entire year, because Uranus will be making some interesting transits within your chart, you may find that there could be exciting or bizarre events occurring within your love life. For example, you could meet someone in your love life very unexpectedly. You may find that your dates are wild, passionate, exciting, or some of you could even be speed dating. So watch out for crazy or even bizarre events that could unfold within your love life. And the same applies within your career as well. Watch out for crazy, bizarre, weird, unexpected opportunities that could arise within your career. For example, an unexpected business partnership arising. Aquarius risings. Throughout the entire year, you are highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your 2nd and 8th houses of finances, investments, spirituality, and hidden knowledge. So for many of you, you are going to be making major changes within your finances. Many of you may be making major moves when it comes to your investments. For example, you could be investing into a business, investing in the stock market, investing in crypto. And this is a really great year for you to do it as well. If you are able to hold on to your investments and you are looking out for long-term gains, your investments this year will prove to be profitable. I do want to warn that some of you could take major financial losses. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but for example, you could make very large purchases. You may find yourself paying off hefty bills, for example, paying off some debts, finally clearing that out of the way. This is a time in which you are going to be very financially responsible and you are going to deal with what you have to deal with financially. But on the other hand, this is a year in which you could make major money moves. So any financial losses will be rewarded with massive financial gains. You'll be able to triple your income if you are putting effort into your income streams, if you are putting effort into your investments. This is a year in which you can do things differently in your finances. If you are seeking out new income streams, if you are seeking out new ways to make more money, you'll be able to come up with brilliant, innovative ideas to turn your financial situation around and to usher in massive, vast amounts of wealth. This is an ideal year, perhaps one of the best years, to put time and effort into a business or to start thinking about your investments, to start coming up with new financial streams of income. And this is a year in which you are going to become extremely in tune with your spirituality. Your psychic abilities are going to heighten and deepen. So this is a really great year to practice meditation, for example, or to delve into spirituality. You'll be able to receive hidden messages from the universe in the forms of dreams and visions, or you may find yourself seeing signs and synchronicities from the universe. So pay attention to those, to dreams, signs, and signals from the universe. They are going to be abundant this year. Your intuition is going to be on point if you hone in on your intuition. Throughout the entire year, you are going to have vast amounts of creative inspiration, and your creative inspiration will allow you to find creative success. For example, if you partake in the arts, singing, perhaps you like to make social media content, this is a year in which you can churn out successful successful creative ventures. So place your effort and energy into anything creative. This is also a year in which you could experience a lot of excitement within your love life as well. You could be having very passionate affairs. You could be experiencing a lot of passion, obsession, and infatuation with a romantic interest if you decide to put yourself out there in the dating scene and you are actively dating. This is a really great year for you to rev up the passion within a relationship as well if it has gone a bit stale. And many of you may be thinking about relocation during the second half of the year, or at least refurnishing your home. Some of you could find yourselves doing a massive redecoration, revamping your home. Also, watch out for potential conflicts with others this year. This is going to be a year in which you may be phasing out people from your life. You may be getting rid of negative friendships, for example. Also, you are going to have extreme manifesting abilities. And like I mentioned before, this is really a year in which you want to hone in on your spirituality, but you really want to practice manifestation, as you are going to have that extreme attachment with your spiritual side. Your manifestations will have heightened power more so than any other sign. So I highly recommend researching how to practice magic, how to practice white magic, witchcraft, for example. Pisces risings. Throughout the entire year, you are highly affected by a recurring cycle of eclipses in your sign, in your first house, as well as in your seventh house of relationships. Now, eclipses invoke massive changes and transformations. They normally lead to major losses followed by major gains. So many of you will be accelerating towards your personal goals, and you will have a heightened ability to attain whatever you put your mind, energy, and focus towards in any life area. You'll be able to get ahead in multiple areas of your life, such as your love life, your career, your finances, your social life, etc. But in order to advance in life, you may have to suffer certain losses, and you may have to sacrifice certain things. For example, sacrificing a relationship which isn't working out for you, especially since your seventh house is affected by the eclipses. Many of you could be experiencing relationship losses only if your relationship is toxic. So you don't have to worry about a breakup if you are within a healthy relationship. For those of you who are within healthy relationships, you may find that things are massively changing and evolving within your love life, which will lead to the betterment of your relationship. Many of you could also be encountering new love as well. Once again, this is a time for rapid, massive transformations within your love life. Some of you could be taking a relationship to the next level, unexpectedly meeting a romantic interest, getting into a relationship, perhaps even getting engaged, getting married, or like I said before, breaking up, which will pave the way for new love to come over the next 2.5 years. This is a year in which you want to embrace massive change. You will have one of the largest changes over the next 2 years, from 2025 to 2026, that you've experienced perhaps over the past decade. So your life is going to do a complete 180. You can expect all of the structures within your life to completely change around. For example, your career could be massively shifting, your love life could be massively shifting. It's independent to every sign, but you will have one of the largest transformations of all of the signs, you and Virgos. And once again, for many of you, you will experience one of the largest transformations you've ever had within your love life from 2025 to 2026. And there will be major canon events that could occur in your love life. You could have a relationship which is extremely life-defining, or again, having a breakup which is life-defining but leads to you eventually finding the love that you want, or again, getting married or something along those lines. So look out for canon events within your love life. And many of you are going to be embarking on massive new financial journeys, especially around the springtime to the summertime of this year. This is a time where if you are looking towards new income streams, you will be able to turn your new income streams into majorly successful ventures and endeavors, which lead to a massive influx of wealth. So the first half of the year is a crucial time in which you want to look towards brand new income streams, perhaps putting your energy, focus, and time into a new business idea. This is a golden opportunity for you to figure out how to find new ways to make money and make a lot of money. And during the first half of the year, you are going to have a lot of luck when it comes to developing close bonds. And this could be developing close bonds with your family members, with your friends, or with your spouse, a romantic partner that you have. You'll be able to bond on a deeper spiritual and emotional level with the people that are closest to you in your life. The first half of the year is one of the best times for you to purchase or sell off real estate. So this is a golden time for you to make any real estate moves, or for you to relocate relocate as well. So if you've been planning relocation, this is a great time to plan it out or to actually go through with it. And during the second half of the year, you are going to have a lot of creative inspiration, which will allow you to propel your creative endeavors into a massive success. So if you've been trying to get creative with something, whether this is singing, acting, dancing, or a creative business idea, for example, this is a time in which you can really launch your creative endeavors into a massive success. And you'll have this luck when it comes to creativity from the second half of 2025 going into the first half of 2026. So if you've ever wanted to find success within your creative ventures, that is the golden time for you to lock in with that. And the second half of the year going into the first half of 2026 is going to be a time where there's a lot of excitement in your love life for many of you. You could be going on fun, passionate, exciting dates. You could have revamped passion within your love life. You and your romantic interest could share a high level of physical intimacy with each other. So it's a really great time to be active in the dating scene, to have fun in your love life.